Alright, so getting out of the gym now. I got some things to do, but I figured I'd make a little video. So what's been going on is I had an MRI done, and it was a brain MRI. Everything came back quote unquote unremarkable. The only thing that they did find was a cervical degeneration or something like that. And so basically what that is, it's like, I looked it up, it's like the upper portion of your spine. And that could be like, I don't know, I might have like discs that are like degenerated or something like that. I'm not exactly sure the extent of what that means. But interesting fact, since the last year, and since I've got PSSD, I've actually shrunk about an inch. I shit you not. I look back to pictures of me and my ex-wife, and I've always been like 1.5 inches, 2 inches taller than her. And now, post PSSD pictures, we were like the same height. And I verified this by measuring my height on the scale at the gym here, and I've sure as shit lost an inch, which is fucking crazy. So I don't know if that has something to do with that degeneration. That was never an issue before PSSD. The other thing too, which I suppose this is good, if you've watched my channel, you know I've tried TRT before. Upon getting off the TRT and HCG, I did a cold turkey pretty much, and that was fucking hell. When your hormones crash like that, especially in the evening when estrogen is highest, I've really honestly felt like suicidal, and like I didn't know how I was gonna make it. And like your body's in this like disgusting, like you feel like shit, you feel really worn down, you just feel like crap, man. And like that was rough to go cold turkey like that. But about a month after that, my testosterone tested at like 3 something. Then a few weeks after that, it was like 450. And then like I think like about a month ago, I had my testosterone tested at my normal doctor, and it was like 390. But I actually that week I was like super duper sleeping like shit. So this past week I went to the urologist, and he actually retested it, because he was even thinking about giving me like enclomiphene or Clomid or something like that to get like kind of boost it again. And it actually came back as 672, which is the highest I've ever recorded it, even like ever. So, you know, I think I've like fully recovered as far as like my hormones are. Estrogen is a little higher, like at 35, but I think that's because I right now I'm eating like a huge surplus. But basically I weigh like 170 now, and I was weighing like 150 to 155 when I was lean. So I'm a little fattier now, so I think that, you know, it's converting more to estrogen than it normally would when you have more body fat. That's what I'm thinking anyways. So hormones are back to normal, and then some. The thing that I have noticed this past week is I have been like, my sleep is kind of spotty right now, right? And I've been using edibles. So here's how I sleep. The first 2 hours, I'll fall asleep, I'll wake up, and then I'll like, you know, go to the bathroom or whatever, I'll fall back asleep, and that's the pattern throughout the night. I'll just keep waking up, falling back asleep, waking up, falling back asleep. So I think I'm getting like 3 to 5 hours of sleep, like in little sessions a night. But when I wake up in the morning and after my most recent sleep, I've been having like morning wood. So, and that hasn't happened in a long time. So it's been happening this past week. So I don't know if you could attribute that to the increase in testosterone. Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, that's that. Another thing I'd like to talk about is my thoughts on the peptide BPC 157. And so my PSSD, I have heavy gut issues, right? And when I did a oregano, peppermint oil, and probiotics protocol for like a month, I actually had a 12-day window. So I think that gut issues are a huge thing with my PSSD anyways. And I have just chronic constipation, which I also got an autoimmune disorder from fucking Zoloft. Sogrins or Sogrins, I don't know how to fucking say it, but So I got this condition where basically, you know, your glands that produce moisture are attacked by this autoimmune disease. So producing tears, saliva, and all kinds of stuff. It causes constipation as well because obviously you're lacking hydration. So it's been a huge problem, the constipation, right? So my thoughts on this is like this BPC 157, when taken orally, it really has, you know, good effects on your gut. So I'm thinking that's a huge reason for me to try it right there. And not only that, you know, it also heals a lot too, and it causes the, you know, your body to heal and produce more veins and blood vessels and things like that to kind of like bypass old ones that aren't functioning as well and stuff like that. So, you know, it's called the Wolverine peptide, and it's supposed to be for healing and everything. So I'm thinking, you know, obviously with the nerve damage I have and things like that, that's another reason that intrigues me to try it. You know, also with the penis issues I've been having, and you know, the lack of erections and stuff for the last 8 months, you know, it could be beneficial, especially like I've had some shrinkage in the flaccid state. I don't know what the fuck that's attributed to. I did have an injury after using a penis pump where, like, as I was pumping it, like a piece of the side of my penis, which is I forget the name of the muscle, but it's a muscle that joins the side of the penis, like got sucked into the penis pump, and now like I'm having weird issues where like my penis is in a shrunken, elongated state. Sometimes when flaccid, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's normal. But yeah, it's fucked up in some weird way. And so I don't know if trying this BPC 157, since it's a healing thing, if that would also, you know, cure this penis pump injury that I have that could be causing hard flaccid, or, I mean, it's a fucking toss-up. I don't fucking know. Doctors don't even fucking know. So at this point, all I could do is look at things that could work, how they work, and what they help, and just, hey, this BPC 157, it's supposed to help, it's supposed to create new veins, it's supposed to create better blood flow, heal injuries and things like that, it's supposed to help your gut. Those are all areas where I need help. Not only that, people, they also state that they start having better, you know, sleep, which sleep is obviously a huge problem with me. So here's my thought process for the month of March, right? I'm thinking I'll try this BPC 157. I'm also gonna dive deep into these stupid pelvic floor stretches. I mean, I basically do them. I do them every time I do legs and back and things like that. But I'll start doing those like every day. I'm not gonna continue going to pay for these pelvic floor, you know, therapy, because it's a waste of $100. I'm not doing it anymore. So I'm gonna just stick to a daily regimen of doing that on top of the BPC 157. I'm also going to slowly switch my diet back to doing keto and low carbs, because I'm in a current state of just chronic inflammation from being on this standard diet, which is not helping my autoimmune symptoms at all. So that's my game plan. BPC 157, more pelvic floor stretches done every day, changing my diet. And I've also incorporated doing daily Cialis, for which I have not seen any benefits. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm also taking you know, edibles at night to help me sleep. So let's see what that does. The other thing that I'm kind of in talks with my urologist about is trying PT141, which, you know, that peptide, it's supposed to help you with the arousal and the libido aspect of it. So I'd be interested to see, you know, what that does. I mean, I'm basically desperate. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a livable state that I could be in. You know, like, I'm having a hard time dating people because, you know, of this situation. You know, like, you know, single-handedly, this PSSD situation destroyed my marriage. And then we were trying to work on it, and then that, you know, being in this state just totally fucking ruined it. It was going great. You know, we were starting to reconnect, and then PSSD hit, and I was just a zombie, and it just fucking ruined everything. And then since then, it's been a hard time dating people. I've missed out on a couple of relationships where, you know, I wasn't feeling anything. There was no libido and stuff like that. I wasn't getting aroused around these people. So it's like, you know, what's the point of pursuing it? I've been talking to this one girl, which I'm going to go hang out with today. We've been kind of taking it slow. She's going through therapy and stuff. She was in a bad relationship and got divorced a couple years ago. So she hasn't been dating anybody, and she's been taking it slow and kind of working through her things as well. So that kind of works out for me because obviously I'm trying to heal from this shit and figure it out and stuff. So we're just really taking it slow. It's really not, we're not dating or anything. We're just hanging out, and we're not really taking it serious at this point. And it kind of works out to my benefit. Yeah, because I have like no libido right now, which is, it fucking horrifies me. I hate going to the gym because I fucking see all these hot girls and I'm like, God damn it, I really want to just fucking, I'm dying to feel. Because the old me would just be like all horned up just looking at a fucking girl. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, I just want to, you know, take action, pretty much. Everyone knows that feeling, you know what I mean? It's not a crazy thing to say. It's like, you know what that is. You want to jump their bones, you know? Like, and I'm not feeling that. And every time I see a hot girl and I don't feel that, it just fucking pisses me off and makes me aware of my situation. And it's like, there's no escaping this shit, you know what I mean? I go to the bathroom, my penis is not what it used to be. I see hot girls. It's like every day, all day, it's a constant reminder how fucked up I am. And I'm just desperately trying to tread to the surface to get out of this shit, you know, because it's not a normal life. I have no dopamine. You know, the only feelings that I can feel are, you know, frustration, anger, you know, depression. Those are the only the only feelings I can feel. I feel no positive feelings. So this is not a livable state that I can remain in forever. So at this point, I mean, and the thing that deterred me from trying BPC 157 so far is that, you know, it doesn't, you know, if you have like cancer issues or some sort of growth inside you that you don't know about, it's not going to discriminate between cancer and, like, you know, repairing other tissues and stuff like that. So it could cause your cancer to grow. And I mean, at the current state, I'm not aware of any cancer that I might have. I've had moles removed in the past that were somewhat precancerous, but none that are of, you know, worry right now. But, you know, it's a gamble. It's a gamble. If I have some unknown cancer in my body that's growing, it's like I could possibly make it grow way faster. But in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm like, I have nothing to lose because I'm basically suicidal like every day. So it's like, and then okay, like, let's say this did cause cancer. It's like, well, fuck, at least then I got a real fucking disease that I know is, you know, that people will understand. It's like, okay, if I fucking die of cancer, it's like, okay, I died of cancer. But dying in this state where, like, it's just an unknown thing where, like, you know, I'm just in limbo with no libido and all this shit. It's like, I almost rather just, if it doesn't work, then I'd rather just die of cancer. You know what I mean? Like, I can't live like this. This is not a life. This is not a life. I'm a fucking walking zombie every day, and every day is torture, and all I think about is, like, suicidal thoughts and fucking, you know, how fucked up my life is and how, like, I just want to escape this body. So, I mean, it's die or try. Basically, die or try, because I love my family, I love my kids, but I can't live like this, you know? So I have to try whatever I can try and hope that it doesn't fuck me over. And so I will keep you guys posted. I'm gonna try to get my hands on some of that BPC 157, do a little bit more research with it, and I will let you guys know how that works out.